Baruch Hashem, Aleph Elul, Beis Rish Chodesh, Shnas Hakel. We're going to continue today, day number 4, Daf Dalad, which is Amud, Zayin, and Ches, in Hemshech Tafresh Samach Vov. Yesterday we learned how the Rebbe Rashab was Medayik, how the other Sibas Priyas Oilmas, the one that's brought down the Eitz Chaim, that it's Legalik Shlevis Kechosev, and the one that's brought down in Zoyar, Begin the Shtumoidenle, cannot be the Tachlis Priyas Oilam, because in both cases, those inyanim already happened Lamaila. And as he concludes at the beginning of Amud Zayin, which we're going to start from right now, that we're talking about that the lower levels of the lower ilmas, till Olam Hasei Gashmi was created in the oifen of not kirov, that there should not be a idea of Elokus. Dafka, the higher ilmas, was in the oifen of Yediyah and Elokus. As he concludes, V'im Kain Hari Hamitas Hayediyah V'Asaga B'Elokus Hu Ba'olam Atzilus Hu Ba'olam Ein Sof Dafka. In these ilmas, the higher ilmas should have the idea. Even higher, before Nivra Olam, it's already shaykh. The Ein Sof is not here to be known. Once is already the Aliyah Saratzin, like we said yesterday. All of it's in lahatzil, that's our sphere psychosis. Oz, kaimele do it's already there to be known. Finally, Fisharotin b'chinas gilu. Rotin is revelation. V'yostik for netzal. Shom b'chinas atzilus b'koyach. Again, kaimele do it. There's already in of Yediyah and Elokus. B'meila, we cannot say the tachas abriya, the tachas siba sabriya is lo yedua, because then there would not be there's no need for the ilmaz atachin. From Gam la'achar tzimtzum, mashem eskal, aliyas b'chinas Yediyah v'gilu in the lower madrigas, even that, Batzilus, Lamayla Matzilus, there's only in the Oilmas of Atzilus or higher than Atzilus. Chulu, Aval, the Oilmas Biyah, but in the Oilmas Biyah, the Kolshkin, Oilmas Atachten, specifically down here in the world, Einem Giler and Sif, there's no Giler and Sif. The Adrabe, Kol, Hisavusim on the Hester Dafka, so there's the no Yediyah. We have to know the Eibusher through working, through Avodah V'Yigiyah. But it's not, we can't say that the Tachlis B'Riyas Oilum is, the Tachlis Sibas B'Riyas Oilum is for the Yidiyah. The Yidua, as the Rebbe Rashab concludes this thought, the Tachlis B'Riyas Yisavas Oilum is Zeu Oilum Atachtim, Dafka for our Oilum. Which Gossim says, Shalom Edim Perklam Dov, the Tachlis Yisavas Oilum is Ridas Madrega Madrega, Ein Rishul Oilum is El Yodim. It's all for down here. K'maymer Seif Maaseh, Al Machshavat Chila. The Seif Maaseh, B'Pir, B'Asiyah, B'Poel Mamash, Dafka, B'Shavas Yesh Mamash, Dafka down here the way we are a Yesh. Who Dafka Sh'Al Machshavat Chila, B'Finas Pnimis Rasa, Ser and Seif. K'maymer, like it's brought down, Eretz, Kodmel Shamayim. I L'Chayra, we know that's not the case, so we say Hanam Machshava. Like the B'Dibur Shamayim Kodmel. B'Shkach Seder Abriyav, Seder Shtashlos. That's just how the chain works. If you want to have yesh down here lamata, the tzimtzum has to early gamri, which that's only when there's more mamash and nifra, there's mamash no yediyah or no feeling of it, of course. In this context, shamayim is referring to ilmus eruchnim. V'nichlal b'zeh klolus hishtalshlos. U'bifrat ilmus biyar ruchnim. Gets smaller and smaller. Kol kach rabu atzimtzumim ve'alamas v'asteirim achshiyuchal liyas hishavus ha'olam atachtin olam chumri v'gashmi bli shum giluyar v'yiyabay taru v'sra, and now it can even be a mix with ra. And so now we know that there's the tax kavana sabriyas ha'olmas ve'achar asher tax kavana b'ishavus ha'olam atachtin dafka, since we just established that tax sabriyas ha'olmas dafka down here, harei yefshar lemer shakavana rak begin d'ishtamoyden. Kavanas un Ishlamis bells on Yenim Dafka. Well, I heard it is Sav Selman Takin Cloud. Called Kinchla Yekar Kavana, if it's only begin the Ishtimot, we don't need the lower Madrigas. Kumaikain, Yef Sharloimar, the Sibis Savas Shumucha Hadavar, Mitzad Shlemos, Shir Shalma Puloisov. And this is again, like we discussed more about it yesterday, we cannot say that it should be Beikar mitzad pshalim mipolai. So the shleimus zoyis against gam kedem shnivra elam kedem shnetzal is get said lamaila in kaya chaser pile. Mela diminished there was a aliyah seratzin was already nishlam b'shleimus. Kol shekain shaya maslik b'savas elam sol yonim. For sure it would have been enough b'savas elam sol yonim because even as we discussed yesterday, there's different levels in shleimus maybe mitzias dak or whatnot. The elam sol yonim already covered all inyanim of shleimus. And the Mela, there was no reason for we cannot say that was a tachas b'rias ilmas because doch we have ilmas atachtin, and the ilmas atachtin comes after those ilmas. And the Mela, those are sibus but not tachas abriya. Eloinin who's a Rebbe Rashab, Mishkasim Medesh al Pasuk Shoikav Amudei Sheish. His thighs are pillars of marble. Shoikav explains Zal Olam Shnishleitach Hakadosh Baruch Hu Libra. The Eibishter had a desire to build this. It's all a desire. Not that it was required for Shleimus. Which this is all another element of Shleimus of the Eibishter, which Shleimus kind of shows that it's behechach because it's kind of lacking something. But Mela, it's required to be done. If we don't say this, we must say that because of Shleimus. Because if not, what's the Eibishter care? So it's Mefarish, it's Mitzad Shleimus. She's Galka Chesim Helam Ala Gilui. Gilui, the Shleimus of Gilui, if you reveal something, She's Mishim Kabbalah said Gilui every day, I say. If there's no one that knows it, then the Gilui is like there. The didn't reach its full potential, it's not Shleimus. Abnam Ef Shalem Tam Zel, it's Havzel Matachtain. Even in the level of Atzilus HaKlos, which is before Tzimtzum, like we said yesterday, that Aloy Seratzin or B'nei Sheminis Tamalka, there's already these levels. There's already these levels of Yediyah. We do not need to have this Avos El Matachtin Klal. Kolshkein shelo yeh ikar kavana chulam. For sure, that's not the ikar kavana. Sorry. Befrat shekanu b'chinas hester v'helam or befrat down here lamat. It's kind of the opposite of shleimus. It's a hester or b'nisav adafka away from kozekana. Elo again. It's the reason of b'rias olamas. Sheikav amudei sheish shezorak mitzad hachukah shenishteika kadosh baruch hu b'roisei. There's no time according to our seichel to know why. We want the atzmos down here in this world. It's a desire of the Eibishter to have a dwelling place down here. This is not mitzad a tam according mitzad a hechech or a tam sichli. It's not forced, it's not required, it's not because of a reason. Desire. If a taivus king kasha. Rak. The desire that there should be the mitzvah of the way we are, the tachtonim down here. We should draw the level of the atmos of the Eibishter. Which is this is dafka we could draw down here Kamoshi's bar, like we'll explain at length. That we draw down a much higher level from this level of Memali. It's fully concealed. We want this oil, which is no iskalkas ma'ilo mata, should be down here. Because that is what the Eibishter desired. Since Hamshach is dafka through our avodah. Yeah. And the Mela, that's what we need to have. We need the oil matak because it has to be the tachtin. That's the type that should be tafka down here. Zel tachs b'rias v'savs elms. Shvil zel you did send a shama the individual person. Shama Yisrael. They have a dotzim mamshicham k'mis asas serin seflamata. Mamshachav ha'gilu yiyal yidei b'chinas mamalik alamin. B'chtei sheyiyal lamata. So through the level of mamalik alamin, which we all kind of have a shaykhus to in this world. We should be able to be mamshich the higher level, the level of Sefer Klam, like we said in the beginning of the Maimer. And to make it pneumistic. How do we do it? Through Torah mitzvahs. The Neshamas Yisrael, we draw down the atzmos of the Eibusher in the world. Through the Neshamas Yisrael and the Torah, we bring extra light in the world. With extra light over here in this context, it's talking about the Gilu of Atzmos and Seif. Like we said, the Ur HaSeiv, or higher than that, or the Ur which doesn't have its Chalkis Milo Mata. Kolol Seinin Hu, in general. Tina Matzinu the Cholam Shachas Ur and Seif Be'olumas Abiyah Totally became a mitzvah. Every Am Shachas Ur is always required mitzvahs. Mashkasim Mechkaset Telechem and Tatik Shmech Lidim and Asar Sibul Beit Asada. Pchein Mashkasim Vayim Shmoy Tishmu and Tatin Taratzim Hulu. That anything you do, if you listen to the Eibusher, you get Amshacha, even Gashmis, right? They do other calls them where Amshachas Ruchniim, Ma'urin Seif, so we say no, this is Amshachas Ruchniim, right? V'lechera in the movement, Lama Tola calls them Kim Teremitzvahs. Like Rabris Krusam and Miyam Abu Marrakesh, as Sha'amar, or the seal the Skribri Salem, the Eibusher will always remember us. So why is rain now connected to Teremitzvahs? The Eibusher promised that it's always going to be. The Hainu, Shayir came to the Shafa, calling the Spina Matzah Elyon, Resh called Agan, Atzil, Satzef called Agan, the Biaba Ilmas Agashma. Zel Shakatzim, Oidim, Oid Kolme Aret, Zera, the Kotzer Chulu, Kait Cherev Yom Belay, the Loish Boysu, Tim Kane, Efshar Shayu for Chatz Shal Mabris, Hazeh. Loylam, can build a Kiyam at Amitzas. V'lama Amir Mechukais Telechu, why we suddenly connecting it or tying it to Mechukais Telechu? Acha inen hu the zevada she afshar she b'vchinas bittul legamrei hamshachas aruchnius ba'olamois. That for sure it cannot be a total cancellation of drawing the ruchnius ba'olamois. We say there's shtashos aviyamach masachis is brisana because of this bris that we talked about. Aval mikol malkoim sichim l'kiyam amitzos. We still need Kiyam. So it's not going to be fully misbatel, but we still need Kiyam. Why? Like we should call Pchina. Pchina Samshacha B'Shefa Shenimshach Me'amatzel Odal Ilmas B'Yah Einei Barak Pchina Tzimtzum. It's only coming in a oifen of Tzimtzum. Pchina Smid of a Shiur. There's a limit to the way it comes. It's according to the way, like we said at the beginning of the Maimer. There's a kav amida that comes down, and everything is measured according to its level, and you get the that you need to get. But in order to get more than what was established from Seder Shtalshus, so if you want more, you want extra, you want to have something more. After Dafn Torah mitzvahs. Falsa Omer, because it telech ben asati. Ta'azay yumshach ur chadash b'tisefes meruba ala ikashik. For who said al b'seder shtalshlos, to Torah mitzvahs you're going to draw down a much greater from what was already established seder shtalshlos. So called in mitzvahs, and this is the entire idea of mitzvahs. Laham sheknus tisefes eres dafka ba'olamas, to draw down this extra level of eres in the world. The mashma that we learn from there. What was our other missions? Avoided the Adera Machmut Sasasei Nimshach Kunis Tisefes Eretz becomes Chodesh Tamid B'Gan Eden. Through doing mitzvah say, you bring an extra in Gan Eden. Behind him Pirish of the Avoid Sagan. Kagam Shad Gan Eden Kvar Nivra Yeshma, and there's already a Gan. Mashkotz Vayita Avayel Kim Gan Be'Eden Mekedem. So B'Chinas Vayil say there's Tashlus. Taka there's a Gan over there, but that's according to the way the Eibusher created it. And say there's Tashlus. Lashma Gan Eden Nemer Sham Mole Avayel Kim. There's a higher level there. Shamas Began Masigim, Chinas Muhosaziv, which Kosov is Kashti Masati Ba'anon Davar Hamukashli. Kashti, something that's similar to me. Muhosaziv. Vorm Makamaka, and Chinas Gilu Akav Shamer Began Eden. Tzadikim Yoshim, Venanim Zivashchina, and that there, Gan Eden Tzadikim could sit and enjoy the Zivashchina. Masigim Chinas Muhosaziv as a Kosov Makamaka. But still, this is this is taka a higher gilu of no calls out Pchinas the Seder Shtashlos. Shazam Ashkas Vayita Vailakim. So it's not a taka higher than the Ilmas, but it's Seder Shtashlos for Gan Eden. Kind of the B'chias B'chias yourself as Gan Eden. The B'yudin for Elam above Yudum Pchinas Chachma and Vayinu Pchinas Abai Lodim Kanabatzil. So this high level was what Vayita Gan Eden. Aval Hoysiv Gilu early keep Gan Eden, but if you want to be Hoysiv more, even in this Yud Pchinas Chachma, that it's Adam Lamata became Termitz Stavka. Shai Dezeh Mamshichim Tosefes Oris Ma'urin Sefer Matzil Gan Eden, and the same way we do it in Gan Eden, we see clearly Gan Eden says Vayita Avaylekim, then so too V'chein Chlolos Oilmas. So what we Bekitzer learned today is that we again reiterated the idea that this Tachlis Sibas B'nisa the Oilmas could not be because of Shleimus Kechosov or begin the Ishtamudin because of the reasons we said yesterday that those could be done in the Maila, and also kind of added today the idea of that there's a Hechech, and it could also be done in the Ilmas Olyanim, and it's kind of der Hechech. Ki'im, Sibas B'nisa Ilmas is because in this Ava, Kadosh Baruch Hu, it's not a Hechech, it's not a Tam Sichli, because the Eibusher had a Taiva, Dir B'tachtonim Dafka through Avodah Samata. This could not only be achieved through Avodah Samata, because it has to be down here, and this we achieved through the Kim of Torah Mitzvahs. The Taka, there's a Bris Krusa, there's a Seder Shtashlos, there's a Ur Eliki in the world, which is always going to be there and never going to stop. But through Torah Mitzvahs, or Mamshech, an extra Gili Ur, and that's the whole idea of Brias HaOlamis. And this is kind of where the first Maimer Yom Tov Shana kind of ends. It's another half a page here, but we'll continue with Hashem. The understanding what this Tosefes Eretz is, what taka is it, what like what's added through it, and kind of we already touched on it that this is the which is equal and in by Milo Mata. Afelchem Tag, Afelchem Hakel.